So we see. Yeah. What we saying, boys? How we doing, man? Where is my balloon? Ah, here it is. It's fucking good, boys. How we doing, man? Again, kind of saved ourselves this morning with EU. I would definitely say so. And GU, really. So thankful for that. We did still want to see price come to high areas, and now obviously we've had the weak PPI come out, which is sort of giving us more the chance to see that dollar weakness. Obviously, we see retail sales. Retail sales actually come out bare well, to be fair. Retail sales come out decent, but core PPI came out dreadful. Came out lower than expected. It was expected for a drop, but come out even below, even less than what we fucking thought. So again, it's weak inflation from the producer perspective. So again, we had lower CPI and now we've had lower PPI. So we are going to start seeing that weaken of that dollar. Realistically, today it'll be cool to see price move back up due to that weaker data. Tomorrow we've got the GDP for the GBP, which is looking quite good for the pound. So I feel like GU positions tomorrow might be really nice. In the morning we'll have a look. But mainly, obviously, what we're going to go over in this session here is what really could we see for tomorrow. Because I feel like tomorrow is going to be the best day because we've had a decent amount of headline news out this week so far. We've got inflation out. We've also had... did we have another unemployment claims? I know we got one Thursday. No, we didn't. But we had inflation. Well, core inflation, obviously, is really important. Producer inflation, which is really important. So now we can really gauge a decent trade for Thursday. Unemployment claims coming late Thursday, but that GDP in the morning will help us with that bullish pound. Even though weirdly the pound's been bare strong. Like, I don't understand this. Still, I don't understand how EG is weak, bro. I still don't understand it, but the pound still is strong. Even though we are looking to cut rates, I feel like the reason why though is because I think we're a bit more certain about the pound, right? We know we're cutting the interest rate, so the pound isn't as weak as it seems because we're expecting the weaker pound. So that's normally obviously off expectance. If we aren't really expecting something weak and we get hit with something weak, just like with the PPR we had today, we was expecting it to be weak, but not as weak. So that uncertainty obviously has driven the dollar price even lower, which we are expecting anyway. We still want to see dollar come down. That is our main objective. Of course, that is our main objective. I feel like an AUGU, we need a bit more info though. But what's up, boys? What we saying? What's good? What's good? What's good? Annoyingly, there's nothing, like no fair values to go off in this scenario here. Really, there was not. I've really wanted one in this leg. This leg here. Only thing was really here, but yeah, within this leg we've had nothing. But today's a massive ranging day. we just see price just is ranging. It's just not been the best day at all. What's good up, boys? Nick, what's good, man? Henry, what's good? Vish, Chloe, or Clebe. Bro, what? Clebe Genesis. That low-key sounds hard. I fuck with it. Tommy, what's good, man? Jed, what's good? Lou, what's good, man? Simple, what's good? Vish, what's good? Yeah, I thought, you know what, let's change the candles a little bit, man. I didn't really like the gold. I thought, you know what, it's a bit more Richesse, so I thought we'd fuck with it, but I don't really like it. So we've gone back to the black and blue. That's just probably what I'm gonna sit with until 2027, I reckon. But again, what we really wanted to see this morning was to see price come back to the Friday 50 area and back to the high volume of what we had on the previous day. That's exactly what we have. And I can only assume we want to come up even further due to that PPI really allowing price to push the dollar down. So I still want to really see price push up. So I was, for New York, looking for some form of position that would push us to the upside. And I did want to see something within his leg, but there is just nothing. I feel like right now, and Stu made this quite a good point about this. We had the, and this is to do with mainly EG and stuff, right? Is that we see that the EU is better to trade than GU, and EU we are more bullish than GU. Not really specifically today, but we've seen it in terms of the 4-hour range. We know EU's had that bit more of a nicer move here and actually broke some more highs. And obviously what GU had. GU looks like it just filled the imbalance here and it like it could continue lower. So in terms of that video we made time ago and the importance of all four, we're at the point right now where structure is what we called pretty much an anomaly, where we don't have the right structure to really gauge the best bias of price, because mainly EG is going against us when we are looking to trade this bias of the market fundamentally with EU and GU, which kind of makes sense why we're having some bit more of a ranging market and not having these distributions that we really should be having, especially midweek Thursday. We should be having these distros, and I did really want to start seeing a distribution down if we didn't have that weak PPI, but obviously because we don't have that, I can only assume we're going to continue slowly ranging to the upside. But yeah, we should really start seeing EU and GU bullish again, which obviously reacted off of this range here is what we're looking at. But we just haven't seen that impulsive move that we should really see. Obviously, in terms of the price action we normally look at, let's get rid of this volume because it's fucking doing my 9. Let's go to the 4 hour, looks a little bit nicer. But this range here, it looks obviously slowly retrace back down and then get the fuck back up to that internal high. But we're just not having that momentum at all. And we have the most rangy price action. So, Grassy, what's good, bro? It seems all there is to get at the moment is scalps within the volume areas. Exactly. Well, that's what it is, bro. That's when you have ranging markets, the only really way you can make is to play trades is scalping. That is the only way. And in my opinion, I'd rather not risk. But this is why they say you make 90% of your profits in 90 trading days. That's sort of how it works. Boys, you're not going to get trades every day. You might not get trades every week. But just know there's going to be times where you're going to milk the markets and probably have one trade every day for a week. Or every day for a fucking month, maybe. And some weeks and months you don't. That's how the game works. And right now it clearly is not that. But again, it's a brand new year. We've come back from big institutions readjusting portfolios, which they do late December, early Jan. And we're going into a new year where we've sort of got a different rate path, because we was expecting a bit more of cuts on the DXY coming into 2026, which we have had. This year we haven't had one yet. The last one we had was December, but we haven't cut and we're not looking to cut. So I think we are just waiting for a little bit more from the dollar, because we're in the point right now where we've got political uncertainty between Trump and Powell, which is really fucking hard. It's making it even more difficult to dictate what we're going to do with the rate path. And obviously Trump is looking for a legal way to get him out. If he does, then I don't think he will. Bro, how is someone like Powell doing any wrongdoing as a Fed chair? I don't think he would. So he would complete his term in May, so 3 months time. So we'd have 3 months of probably no cuts, maybe one cut because we have seen lower inflation. If we see lower inflation, then lower labour and lower growth. We haven't seen lower growth, but if we do see that, then we might start seeing those kind of interest rates. But we aren't going to see those quick cuts or the big cut cycle that Trump really wants. So yeah, right now we are in a quite heavy ranging market where the best trades is to scalp realistically. But that's why I feel like in terms of scalping, like this is why today we had a nice DTO sort of day, if you know what I mean. We took GU DTO to the Friday 50. DTO is blue. We took DTO to Friday 50. Friday 50 is this dotted black line. Same thing with VU. We took DTO to Friday 50. Same way with DXY. We took the all the way up here. We took DXY's DTO all the way down to the Friday 50. This was the move today. So a continuation of Asia, not an ALG. Pretty much the opposite. A DTO continuation is what we had today. Same. AG was a bit more choppy. We just traded through and just ranged the whole day pretty much. But we kind of had the move down. We didn't. I think we was already at Friday 50, so that's why we're just ranging at equilibrium right now. And again, that's kind of what EU and GU are doing right now. We are just ranging at equilibrium. So it makes sense. So today we've had a little continuation, no retracements, little continuation, and we've seen price sit at the Friday 50. That is a pure ranging day. So again, to me, tells me it's not the best trading day to really get in on, and there's not the massive amount of volume. So if there was a massive amount of volume, we'd see price move, because price moves and we'll want to take liquidity. So low volume means I can give a fuck if I'm in a trade on it. In fact, I'd probably rather not be. But is anyone getting in anything today? Because I know a lot of people were possibly looking for EU shorts, which I completely understand, but that's the one thing that scares me. The Friday 50 is the one thing that honestly just, and the way Detail lied and the whole Asia session, which was pretty much a distro, we just wanted to continue that and come to the Friday 50. I think that was quite obvious. That's kind of what we was looking for. But then what trade you get on, it has to be a continuation. So if you do trade ALG, it's just a day where you're not going to be getting in a trade. So continue to wait. Looking at GU sales right now, I wouldn't say GU sales right now. The reason why is because we just had further weaker. This news, we've only had weak news for the dollar. We had weak PPI, weak inflation. And we are expecting a weaker unemployment claim tomorrow. We're expecting a higher unemployment claims tomorrow, which again is weak for the dollar. So in terms of labour, so that's another edge. Isn't actually sending it in. Where the fuck? Bloomberg. Is it working? Have to see. Your mate is a 2.0 indicator finish. It's all finished, bro. It's all finished. Boys, drop me a message for the new indicator. If you want a new indicator, drop me a message. I'll send it over to you. I'll send it over to you, brother. Where is the... You alright, mate? Camera as well. I'll pull my camera out. Oh, I think I did good. But yeah, look, we're even coming back down again, man. It's just price is just not having a good time at all. Let me deactivate that motherfucker. Which is annoying. So we're in a really annoying situation right now with EUGU. I don't think New York's going to give anything. I think we are just going to slowly range to the upside. It doesn't even look like we can even get in position on the lower on the 5 to continue price back up. So, yeah. But did anyone get in anything today? Did anyone actually get in any EUGU? GU's continuing up. I think the pound's still showing its strength. I think the certainty around where the pound's going is sort of favouring. But I mean, it doesn't. To me, it doesn't really make sense because we are still seeing lower yields. Still seeing lower yields. The yields are still higher though, right? I guess. Yeah. Yeah, realistically, what we want to see though is the main bias is that weaker dollar. So GU being bullish is what we really want at some point. But right now, being in this bearish range, we can only assume price is going to come to this area before falling, just to continue price action on. But all of these things that are pushing us towards the weaker dollar is coming towards our main bias. I think short-term bias sells make sense, to be brutally honest. Right now, I don't think we're going to see the weaker dollar. We need to rebalance more. I don't think New York session today you would even really look to sell. But I think that's a good point. I think that's a really good point. What Tommy was saying there. Scalps are the best trades you'll be getting in on in this type of market. DTO scalp, I would say, is sort of the trade. Exact same thing with EU. Obviously, it looks like we are just ranging back into this area, which is a bullish range. So we are just really still in that bearish momentum. Kind of blatant, easy structure there, and kind of volume as well. Kind of volume. We're looking at obviously to see price come to around that detail. Pretty much the exact same on EU. Fuck, I was on EU. EU looks way nicer though to continue down. I guess the euro is weaker. But I think sort of the short-term perspective right now still is that strong. Like I said, 4 hour though, we are looking at bullish. We are looking at more this higher time frame to push price up. But right now, I just want to confirm, are we going to continue the move down here, or are we going to start trading up and start breaking the lower time frame structure? If we can do that, then we're going to have our lower and higher time frame, the 1 hour and the 4 hour line, which for me, from an intraday perspective, these two time frames aligning is fucking perfect. So right now is a time for confirmations, I would say. It's a time to confirm price. Yes, Big Flies, going, bro. Particularly to our daily past few candles, it's been so shy. Yeah, no, it has. I was looking at it this morning. The whole the whole area that the whole order block we've been in here. We've been trading inside. Well, I mean now, pretty much another whole nother day. We're looking at 4 days within this range, which is literally the whole week. This whole week has been inside of this range, which has been awful because we're at that order block point where pretty much price could flip and come down and continue the main structure and move towards that higher time frame, like monthly CRT, which is the more higher time frame. Then it's an awkward situation right now. We're definitely in an era where we have to confirm price. So if you are someone who is seriously utilising this higher time frame, you would see that right now price isn't the best to get into. PA's been giving quite shit candles, so to me it makes sense. Oh man, I hate going to sneeze and then not sneezing, brother. It's one of the worst feelings. It's like nutting and not nutting type shit. Hoping it gets broken soon. To be fair, fell daily breaker to the low and daily breaker to the upside, bro. But we will see. It's a situation we're in. I feel like getting January out of the way, understanding the date that comes out, because the good thing about January is that you have, end of Jan, start of Feb, that's when you have the central bank decisions. We should have most of the central bank decisions. So moving into Feb, we should start having a bit more of a bias to move off. Because I feel like after the first Fed decision, the next decision after that, I'm pretty sure is in March. So we've got a couple months to get some data to understand if we are going to be weak, and I feel like we are going to start cutting in March. If we continue with this weaker inflation from both the producer and consumer, and if we continue with a weaker labour market, and if we start seeing a weakening in the growth. I mean, I feel like growth isn't the biggest thing. Again, if you've got labour coming down, inflation coming down, you're probably going to bring it down anyway. But yeah, we are in that awkward position, especially on that daily and the higher time frame on DIX, where I think it really gives you a good perspective. But we started to move today. GU was a lot nicer actually, but again, just nothing you can really trade off of here. Yes, Kyle, what are we saying, bro? Let's look at gold, because this New York session is just dreadful for EU and GU. Trading straight back to 4.6. Let's see if we trade back through. Just trading back to that level is fucking key. You know, I've already traded through. It's unreal. Is this still currently all times, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Honestly, I kind of I've started to understand. Sort of, I looked through the charts after London session and sort of started to understand that we are seriously in that area right now where it's really awkward. It's really awkward. What's your thoughts on all this US Greenland nonsense? I do understand where Trump's coming from, but surely it's just going to cause further escalation within the EU allies. Yeah, bro, it's kind of fucked, man. I don't understand. I mean, Denmark does not want to get rid of Greenland. They just do not want to get rid of it. Trump obviously wants it for all his resources. He's got countless minerals, millions, and like probably the most best mineral deposits in the world. I'm pretty sure there's gold there as well. Pretty sure there's oil there as well. There's a lot of stuff there. But the thing is, with Trump, it's not only the fact that Trump wants it, it's the fact that China wants it, and so does Russia. So Trump's getting pushed even harder to get it because others are trying to get it before him. So, mate, I think just fucking leave it alone, bruv. Fucking leave it alone. Denmark don't want to get rid of it. bare other countries want it. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a war over it, man. So apparently it is the best like mineral deposit place in the world. Bear in mind where it is as well. What would you do if you was leader of Denmark? Bro, I wouldn't give it away. Nuh-uh. I mean, the thing is though, because fucking America would fuck you, because again, I'm sure Denmark, do they, mate? I'm not gonna lie. Do Denmark export to US? You know what Trump's gonna do? He's gonna Denmark exports to the US with total export values of 7.17 billion in 2024. This presents 17.3% of all Danish exports, including the US is in Denmark's most important trading partner. In 2024, 75% of Danish goods exported to the US did not cross the Danish border. Doesn't make any fucking sense. But no, yeah, so Denmark do export quite a lot to the United States, so they can slap tariffs. So again, this is the thing about Trump. He uses these because I bet US send fuck all to Denmark. I bet they send piss all to Denmark. Let's have a look what they spent it. In 2024, 5.8 billion. Still quite a lot, but yeah, not as much. Like a 2.5 billion deficit. So again, a reason to put tariffs on it. Yeah, he should leave it the fuck alone. Not gonna lie, if they want it, then he can take action. But yeah, mate. Yeah, they want it all. Yeah, bro. For just one day, can all world leaders just have a joint and fucking chill out? Trust me, bro. And if everyone just bummed their ears, bro, everyone would just chill. Everyone would be so much more chill. Without none of it bullshit. And it escalates it to a war, yeah. I mean, Denmark won't declare war on anyone, but it would be, yeah, Denmark aren't the type of country to declare war on anyone. Imagine that. Fuck off. Making people cold. He's trying to be proactive by saying if we don't get it, Russia or China will, but in a sense it's just going to be a negative backlash overall. Yeah, it's one of those things you say when it's like, this is not how it works, really. Like, it's not really how it works. The whole point is no one should fucking have it. I feel like if you push it like that, then there's more of a reason for them to fucking get it, because they're going to think the opposite. They're going to think the exact same thing. So it's just going to push but all countries to want it so much worse. Fucking stupid. It's stupid. I think let's just leave it alone, bro. I honestly think let's just leave it alone, man. It's just going to fucking cause some bullshit, man. It's just going to cause some bullshit. Not worth the ag, man. What was I haven't heard that much from that recently, though. I mean, I have, but not like any proceeds of anything. Let's have a little look what chat says about it. What are recent updates on the But yeah, boys, sadly I can't give you any form of trade for New York because, I mean, you can see exactly why. But I think, again, look, where we're at, I think if you guys understanding where we're at is quite key, to be honest. It's really key. Right, let's see I want to see the recent updates for this situation. Because that is going to be really good. Whoever gets that, it will be really good for them, innit? Really good. The XY-Field OT of CPI range we're playing in, maybe this is enough to send it to externals. Maybe. We want to see a change. We want to see a structural change. I'll be honest, we ain't got any fair value, so we're going to have to use lows and highs. So we're going to have to break this low, and then we'll look for continuation down. That's sort of what. But again, we can still just continue up. We'll have a look. We'll see what price does here. If it continues this range or reverses it, then we can actually get a bit more of a better decision. Because it is right, we have now traded back into the range. It was great. Half one was here. But this could just send it to the upside now. Here are the latest updates. Big stuff. Greenland and Denmark publicly unified against US takeover talk. Greenland's PM. We choose Denmark, we choose NATO, we choose EU at a joint appearance of Denmark's PM. Rejecting the idea of an ownership of the US. Denmark and Greenland officials are meeting in the US. Vice President James Vice Secretary. Says he framed US control as a vital. Which created a flow. You'll be signaling support for Denmark, Greenland coverage note prominent. EU voices back in Denmark and dispute raised with no impact. That's fucking. He's definitely. Hey, Trump is a cheeky little bastard, man. He's a cheeky bastard. Yeah. So because how they should all give more funding to Israel. DXY field OT or yeah. Oh, sorry, I already said that. 97k Bitcoin. Times like this is when Bitcoin flies. This is the time where cryptos seem to rise. This is the time. This is the time gold also does its thing. This is the time it does. Strangers kind of. The weaker dollar might help as well. Wrong. Yeah, gold is doing insane. Gold is still. I feel like gold can hit 5k definitely at some point, man. It's just insane how it's been moving. How he's gonna move off here though? How he's gonna move off here? I'm not having gold that low. That would be bad for big banks. That would be awful for big banks. Did you see Trump announce himself as president of Venezuela? He's actually just trolling the world. Bro, what the fuck? He's such a joke, man. He doesn't give a fuck, man. He's fucking crazy. He's always hated Venezuela, though. He's always hated Colombia. He's always hated, like, Mexico. He hates the whole drug trade and stuff. That's, like, one of his big things. That is one of his big things. Bro, I bottom tick this entire gold move. I got him 3323 August 23rd. 3323. Don't worry about dearie me, what a trade will never replicate this. Bro, bottom ticks from fucking where? Bottom ticks from here.
Now's the season for the highest court to publish these opinions. How does this actually work, Holly? Does it choose which opinions to publish based on when it's made a decision, or is it based on...
Bro, bottom tick this move, which is insanity.
I would think it's probably when it's ready.
You've called them modern day gold rush. You need to be, bro. You do need to be. But some shit he does is just, I don't think is massively right. But everyone's different. I think his approaches are sometimes crazy. I feel like there's some stuff he could have gone around differently. But I guess it is what it is.
Holly, if the tariffs are found unlawful, what legal framework governs refunds on the tariffs, and who stands to get them? So importers would have standing to sue.
He's gonna ruin importers.
There's a procedure in place. There's a statute in place as to how refunds are issued. But in this particular case, I would think that the agency would have to come up with an application procedure, or the court would set a procedure. Holly, the president this week said he's imposing 25% tariff on
it's so
countries that do
funny.
business with Iran. So we're talking countries like India, Turkey, China, and that would be effective. There are really no other details given, but our understanding is this action was based on IEEPA, which is what the Supreme Court ruled on. How do you think about this?
It's coming back down now a little bit. Nice. So again, risky if we start breaking this low, then we're probably going to start seeing it continue off price back down. You wanted to do either or, man. Fucking hell.
He said that the stipulation where the government said that it would issue refunds in the event that the Supreme Court, in the event that any of these executive orders pursuant to which he's issued the tariffs that are found unlawful. He said that it would apply to tariffs on India as well.
EG also needs to start trading back up. Massively, we need to wait for that 5.
On India via an executive order that wasn't challenged in these lawsuits, so it remains to be seen whether he would actually issue refunds if the Supreme Court comes down and says that tariffs on.
Go on, H. Bro, these charts are actually so bad. There's actually nothing on them for us. Is there any currencies right now that anyone's trading that we can look at that are actually moving somewhat tradable? Why are you all against me, man? I want to see price go up in EU. I want to see price go up on EU as well, bro. I want to see price go up on EU. That is my main bias is EU to the upside. But I want to see price do what it wants to. Price is going to do what it wants to do, right? So whatever we see, we see. So, but understanding that the 4-hour here is now bullish, but also when we chop down to like the 15, we're bearish. We want to see if price is going to be bearish or bullish off of this level. If we're going to break this high or break this low. That is pretty key for the 4-hour range. If we break the high, then we're assuming we're coming for the external. Or not even break the high, mainly just break for this fair value, really. And the same way, on this 1 hour, just start breaking lows here, and then we sort of know we're going to come for the Friday low. But just, we want to understand right now where we are. I wouldn't say I'm... Like, in terms of getting in a trade, I'm not bullish or bearish, but I mean, if I want to get in anything, I want to get in buys. That is where my orders will lie, VU and GU. We're going to see a weaker dollar, 100% we're going to see the weaker dollar for the next 2 months, 3 months. But getting in is key. Getting in is so key. This is why this morning I wasn't looking at the short, because I want a long, and plus even when we were shorting, we were shorting below the Friday 50, which most losses of age liquidities do come from those type of trades. What are you in on? Send it over on Discord, Simple. Simple dude. Oh shit. This is a little banger. Yeah, I don't know why it does that, YouTube, man. I don't know why it does that upcoming thing. It's actually bare annoying. Alright, there we go. EA. He hates sports. Wow, these charts, guys. These charts. God. EG coming back up again. I would prefer to see the stronger euro over the pound, just off the basis of the rate path. Kind of makes sense. It's the only movement that actually kind of makes sense. Well, yeah, simple. What was the actual trade like? What did you actually like? What's like? Talk to me. What's the analysis around it? Simple. Send in the fucking analysis, bro. Let's have a look at chart here, people. What did Josh have today? Josh had the EU long. Still in. TP. Nice, Josh. You see the limit. Yeah, I know. What you like. Still ongoing. What the fuck do you mean, bro? What do you mean? Colour's nice, isn't it? That colour's nice. This ain't even the blue I used to have. This blue's actually banging, bro. I don't even like that. Gold flying. Hopefully we still see price continue up. Again, the weaker dollar makes sense after PPI and what we really had. Let's see if this continues. Gang with these millions. Oh, with these millions. Saturday, Wednesday, a few pipes. see no blue lights. Yeah. It's actually alright, to be fair. Decent. Yellow line's just DTR. No, sorry. Yellow line is just a handle. So the yellow line's just 4.6k. And what a handle is essentially like a full number. So like 4.6k. These are like big support numbers for like commodities. So same way as like silver. If silver was like $85, that'll be a handle. $86 is a handle. These levels are quite big in the institutional game. It's called a price target, is what we normally call it. But they are quite big in the commodity market. I know. Posting up on Sunday to Saturday night. Remember then you blew a few pipes? I haven't heard this song in a minute. This is such a tune. Dang, this is just tune. You got God on the side, but it's got to do it. But yeah, we got, what we're doing right now for EUG is finding a reason to long. Finding the structural reason to long. Okay? Which we are getting on the 4, but not really on that 1 hour to 15. So we kind of need to get that. And then we can accept that prices can start moving. That's sort of where we're at. I was sending it in there like 5 minutes ago. No, but I need the analysis though, bro. I can't see chart analysis. I sent it in chart check, I can't see chart analysis. No, bro, I mean like your chart analysis, like where's your analysis? All you're sending me is a trade. I can't even show you because I'm not even sharing my screen. Wait, let me share my screen. No, I can't even. No, I just realised this is. I think he's sharing my trade with you, not my actual monitor screen. But yeah, bro, you've just sent me in a trade. Like, there's no analysis around it. Like, why did you get in? Like, what was your reason to get in? Go on, Broski. Do the whole shit. I want a brand new belly with the braces. Come on, go play with this boy. Go, you scared me. It's the same as last July when they pumped it. Pumped what? Sorry, Henry. Last July. Oh, what commodities? Yeah, the thing is, yeah. That CF, I was just looking at that I said link. Where'd you send the link? That is bad. That is really... The yen is really weak. Okay, let's have a look. What's it called? Oh, what's the word I'm looking for? I mean, this is normally what brings QE to an economy. They're probably what they're gonna do. They're gonna need to. They're gonna need quantitative easing. Let's see what chat says, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna need quantitative easing. Japanese yields have gone up today. But let's see. I'm gonna see what chat says about, because realistically, yeah, what they normally do in this situation is a bit of QE as an economic strategy to get out of their situation. Because the thing is about having a weak currency means everything else is so expensive, like imports and exports and stuff. This kind of shit. And then trade goes down in Japan, and it's just, yeah, it's not great. So let's see, let's have a look. Right, let's have a look. How is it still not giving me a fucking answer, bro? I'm sure they'll QE. Right, Japan is much more likely to be if intervention continue building tightening, not quantitative ease. Okay, so this situation you want quantitative ease. Japan's finance minister and top currency officials exploring primacy and Trump response at the government. Verbal intervention already after this the cheapest tools table one. Oh, okay, maybe they can't quantitative ease then. Oh no, sorry. No, you wouldn't quantitative ease at all in this situation. No, that's right, you wouldn't. Yeah, I'll just have to tighten monetary policy, really. Okay, that makes a bit more sense. So at 7:30 we've got a reverse and we've got a little pullback, but I was looking if we continue going up or going sideways and do nothing. not gonna lie, bro. That what they're gonna do right now, because if they do an intervention, then you are gonna see the yen become very strong. That is normally what you will see if FX currency does get an intervention. You start pretty much heavy buying yen. The yields should have gone up. Yep, yields have gone up. JP 10-year yields have gone up. Bond yields. Makes sense, again. Because realistically, if you tighten monetary policy, you're looking at a hike of interest rates. Or a hold or a hike. In this situation, a hike. So, yeah, that's the situation we're in. Again, if we have bullish yen, I would bet that we have a bearish dollar coming off of a bullish yen, realistically. But yeah, there's nothing else happening on the charts, boys. I'll be real. This is big rangy day. Big rangy day where if you stayed out, perfect. But even gold, we're not really moving. Even like commodities. BG still trading around. Holy shit, man. But boys, I've been on here for an hour. We've not seen price do a thing. Literally a thing. So I'm going to jump off. But like what I said, boys, we are in a point of price right now where we really want to see how we react off these higher time frame. 15, really this time frame here, this 15 minutes to 1 hour is sort of where I want to see price come to. Where I want to see price either disrespect, okay, so trade through this fair value and start trading towards these highs, or respect, come to these lows and start breaking these lows here. And then we can start getting a bit more of a better bias that we're going to see. But that's really what I would say. Best day to trade the euro, Tuesday through Thursday, bro. Same for the pound. Same for most of the FX market. That's where most volume is put into the markets, bro. Realistically. That is the best day. I'm going to keep this on the chart. We'll see how this does. I'll send this back in later, see if it's stop losses or TPs. Nothing to look at here though, lads. Boys, I'll catch you, man, tomorrow. Back for the pre-London. We'll see what the market gives us. We did pretty much our last trading day. Like I said, tomorrow should be the best day of the week, though. Because now we've had all of our data come out. Plus, we've got the 7 a.m. GDP, GBP news, which is going to be beneficial to trade GU. I feel like GU is going to be nicely bullish tomorrow. And if it is, that is perfect. But hopefully we'll see how price opens up in the morning, see if it's going to be nicely tradable. Hopefully we don't have a day like today where it's a DTO move. I want to see a bit more of a liquidity move. That is pretty much what I want to see.